friend Karsten did an excellent article on the amount of time and games that it takes to get to Mythic. I believe you need greater than a 50% win percentage. I don't think it's possible with less than 50%. But it's like close. Play first. Yeah, we can keep this. We can take this one a little slower, be more of a Crackling Drake game because of all this removal. If he's Esper Control, then we're dead. I'll lead with an island and off. Probably wanted to look for land. Godless Shrine could be Esper Control. Yeah, I'll top the Steam Vents. Yeah, let's play it tapped. Yeah, this is Esper Control, we're doomed. If it's Esper mid-range, maybe we have a chance? Oh, it is a mid-range deck. Well, it's a little bit punished there by not playing Mountain, I guess. Guess we'll go ahead and just shock this thing. He sure did. I really want to play Crackling Drake next turn, so I'm just going to chart a course here, and if I had to discard something... Oh, it'll be Arclight Phoenix. It'll be a while before I can retrieve that Arclight Phoenix, but I think... Oh, there goes my Crackling Drake. Well, that was sort of why I did that thing entirely. Now I'm sad. I could have discarded the Beacon Bolt. Oh, Ral is a sweet one. Yeah, Kaya was a one of, and sometimes a two of in many of the Esper lists. Bellhaunt, discard the Beacon Bolt. I think I want to hit my 5th land, so I'm going to lead with a Radical Idea. But I will coil this thing. Sanity must die. And he can die to a Ral is Advisory minus. Unless I get Spell Pierce here or Dived Down. What kind of maniac would play Dive Down in this list?
Think you can beat me?
Huzzah! Not this maniac. He could Vraska's Contempt my Ral, which would be a bummer. Drawing the Ral here was clutch. He knows about my Lava Coil. It looks like I can get back a Phoenix this turn. That's plus.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Get back a Chart of Course, I think. Play a Chart of Course. Discard a Radical Idea. Discovery. Oof, got all kinds of options. I guess I'll just keep both of these. And we'll Lava Coil the Thief. And we'll get back our Phoenix. And 3. You love Ral. You're always a little annoyed that Ral doesn't trigger Niv with his +1. Oh yeah, because it's putting a card into your hand instead of drawing it. Hostage Taker. Okay. That's fine. What I'm going to do is attack with Arclight, then play a Chart of Course, then Beacon Bolt, discarding something to kill the Hostage Taker. I guess I'll lead with a plus.
Just want to peek. He's killing me.
I don't think... I'll just take the shock. Oh, baby. I'll Beacon Bolt this thing, discard the Phoenix. And next turn, I'll be able to get that Phoenix back. If and I want to. Deputy my, what? Ral? That's pretty good.
should get back to the lab.
I need to kill this thing now, get my RAL back. But I think I'm just gonna hit my opponent with both of these guys. And then play a Crackling Drake. Oh, this isn't gonna go well for him.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
Take the Steam Vents. Play the Crackling Drake. That's a 13-4. Seems good. We'll play the Steam Vents tab. You got it. Alright, Esper mid-range. He's got Thief of Sanity and Hero Precinct 1, so I think I want like maximum Shivan Fire-esque things. He also has like Hand Disruption and like probably 1-for-1 removal. Rail seems great. He has Deputy Detention, which can take out a Niv-Mizzet. Probably doesn't have counter spells, but probably has lots of like Thought Erasure stuff. Bring in the Murmuring Mystic. Trancing Melody is kind of meh. I think my Goblin Electromancer is going to die a fair amount. Don't think I want the Niv-Mizzets. Could just drop both Discoveries here. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. This might be a game where I need to chart a course after attacking a fair amount. Because I think just pure numbers, pure like card count might be hard for me to maintain through his discard effects. I have to assume he's going to bring in some Thought Erasures. Thief of Sanity is enemy number 1. We can keep this. I think I'll shock myself so that I could shock something else or opt. Alright, it's Thought Erasure. Do I even want to opt? I can wait. He'd probably just take my RAL. One card I should have thought about bringing in was Disdainful Stroke. Because it's a nice-ish answer. He took the Tormenting Voice, not the RAL. Interesting. I'll bottom the land. Crackling Drake is good. Arclight Phoenix is decent. Looks like I'm guessing we're just going to be casting this Phoenix this game. When he thought he erasure, he kept whatever was on top. What's going on in this? They're like in the shadows? Like light is going through like a window slats or something? Sort of like a film noir-esque thing. They're sitting back in their armchair in their detective office with the night light coming through. Alright, kept both on top. Alrighty. I assume my opponent, the fact that he knows about the RAL. Okay, now here comes the second Thought Erasure. Is that 2 Ral? Or no, it was the first Ral that he just didn't take. You love the art but hate the card? I love the card, but I'm so-so on the art. Man, we can't hang out. And yet we are. Well, I'm just gonna cast a Phoenix. Start hitting him with my hasty Windrakes. Okay. How many spells do I have? 2? I'm just gonna play Ral before it gets Thought Erasure. Maybe he'll get Duress. Maybe he'll draw land. We'll get to kill it some other way.
Decisions.
I'll take the radical idea. Duress my what? Shock? Radical idea? Shock.
You're good. Not as good as me, but...
I think I'm just gonna keep plussing. Keep drawing additional cards.
Decision time.
Beacon Bolt's sweet. Beacon Bolt is Deputy, and we'll just swing with our 1. Is he gonna counter this? Alright. I don't think I want to go for the second one. Well, I kind of do, though. Oh, he's going to Deputy my Ral now? That's pretty good.
You win some, you lose some, then you repeat the experiment.
Let's get my other Phoenix out. Play the Electromancer. Play this Radical Idea. And play this Radical Idea, discarding the mountain. Pitch of 6. I could play the Sulphur Falls in case he, like... Nah, he's not gonna... We'll get him in some other way. If he has a 3rd Deputy Detention to deputies my Arclight Phoenixes again, could have a hard time. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I'm just going to do 1 Radical Idea looking for a Lava Coil or a second Shock. I couldn't find it. I'll just attack him with all 3. He has to block the Electromancer, potentially. Doesn't know about my Shock, I don't think. He's gonna know about it now. Oh, that'll do it.
What a peak. The weight is killing me.
The wood. I'll play first. Yeah, seems good. Probably go for an opt. We need some way to get that Phoenix into our graveyard if we want to cast it on. If we want to get it out on turn 3. Gruul Guildgate. Yuck. Bought that. Ooh, more Phoenixes. Man, we really need some way to discard these. Could just start casting them. I suppose. That's a start. You know what would be great here? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I think I'm just going to shock his face. Well, actually, I changed my mind. I'll go for second chart, of course. Oh, Ral is there? Nice. I think I'm gonna get rid of the beacon bolt. I think we're gonna get gates ablazed pretty soon here. Gates ablaze for 2, wipes this off the face of the earth. Then I play another Electromancer and a Steam Vents. Oh, it's just a guild summit? Oh, are you like dead? They are Steam Vents. Well, you're not just dead. So far, so good. I think non-creature permanents are good. Beacon Bolt is decent. Get in there. This stuff, bad. Oops. Get the Tormenting Voice back in. Disdainful Stroke. Negate. Spell Pierce, good. Could bring in another Entrancing Melody. Don't think I want the Niv Mizzets. Well, maybe I do. Do I? Probably not. I need... So, Gate Colossus is the biggest threat. The sheep is no slouch either. The sheep I can Entrancing Melody a little more reasonably, so I guess I'll bring that in. Don't think Niv Mizzet does anything. Try that. Mostly we were worried about Guild Summit. Gates Ablaze. This hand's not very good. It's got the Beacon Bolt in the opener. It's got Arcade Phoenix and other cantrips, double Goblin Electromancer. I think we're gonna mold that hand. Oof! Gonna mold this hand. And keep this one. So I'm gonna try just Tormenting Voicing away the Arclight here. There's more Arclights. Ugh. I guess Ral is sort of the direction I'm heading here. Bottom, or graveyard. Oof, so many lands. Just gonna attack him with an Arclight Phoenix this next turn. Already got a 6/6. Not good. Oh, well, at least I can get them out of my graveyard as a means of casting them. I just died of this Gatebreaker Ram real fast. Start with an Opt. Let's try a Tormenting Voice, discarded Island. There's a Entrancing Melody for next turn. Guess I'll just play my land and go for a Radical Idea, maybe? Yeah, I should probably hold on to that. Next turn we Entrancing Melody the Gatebreaker Ram. If he... 1, 2, 3... Okay, we're dead. We did. Gatebreaker Ram will be a 2/2 on my side. We will be a 3. I guess I can dig for something here with a radical idea. Actually, Beacon Bolt, how big are you? 6? Man, that's close-ish. If this was 8, I could go like Beacon Bolt, and then like Beacon Bolt, but yeah, we can, Entrancing Melody, this becomes a 2/2. If we could Entrancing Melody and cast like multiple spells the same turn, we could get back a Phoenix to chump the Gate Colossus, but I think we're just dead here. Third one. Get a Discovery Dispersal out of here. Yeah, Spell Pierce. It's pretty bad. Kind of like a Guild Summit on the early, or like a Circuitous Root, perhaps. There's an Electromancer, a Gate, Chart of Course, Distrain for Stroke. Yeah, we can keep this. Remember the deck tech section on Izzet Drakes? The guy said Spell Pierce sucks. Yeah. Wait, did LSV do a deck tech? Or did one of the Channel Fireball members do a deck tech on their deck? Does he have Shock? Oh, you monster. You monster. Well, I'm just going to Chart a Course here. Oh. I'll discard Events. I did leave myself open to get Guild Summited this turn. Yep, that was a bit of a punt, I think. Crackling Drake. I see, normal is a Drake. There's a 5/5. Okay, we're gonna lead by Tormenting Voicing away an island, I think. I think I want to have Negate or Disdainful Stroke available this next turn, so I'm just gonna hit for 2. I will counter this. Guess I'll go with the Negate. Maybe that should have been Disdainful Stroke. Now I can't counter Gates Ablaze. Yeah, I guess I'll take a second Crackling Drake. I'm gonna hit him for 4 and try and kill him next turn. Gates Ablaze wipes me. I think if I'd thought harder about countering Guild Summit, I'd be fine. Alright, no blocks. Take 7, go to 7. Right, we're just gonna try and kill him here. We have to get these guys up to 8/8, so we have to get 4 spells in our graveyard. We can do that. Is he gonna negate this? That actually might make it a little harder. Oh no, we're fine. Discard the Disdainful Stroke. Discovery Dispersal. Can negate this. Oh, he's gonna copy it? Well, he's fine. That's fine. He's just dead. Your stats professor said he has extra officers, and if you don't feel 99% confident in the course, come see him. Yeah, I guess you should see him. We're gonna bin that. Bin that. Looks like we're getting a Phoenix back too, just in case the Drakes alone weren't enough. Phew. Escaped that game. Didn't have the gates ablaze. Just had the rams. I never much liked, for whatever reason, didn't much like the classic Izzet Drakes, like Enigma Drake deck. But this one I like a lot more. Does Ram feel a bit too powerful? Is it just me? Eh. The fact that you have to make deck building concessions to make him powerful means I don't think he's too powerful. I think we can keep this. We need these removal spells to be good. If he's Esper Control or something, we're hooped. Nothing I can do at instant speed, so I guess I'll just play the Sulphur Falls to maximize my potential blue mana. Okay, I'll probably just kill that. Taking it would be kind of funny. But yeah, I guess I'll just Lava Coil it. It would be nice to... Well, I can't Beacon Bolt till next turn anyway. Just got nothing. I'm loving that. We'll go for a Discovery Dispersal here. There's an Electromancer and a Shock. I think I want both of those. Guess I'll draw the Shock right now, and then I'll draw the Electromancer next turn. Okay, rewind time and look at what you thought on that Niv list. Oh, I see. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, is Rakdos mid-range, or perhaps Carnage me? Pfft, whatever. Let's get rid of the Shock, I guess. And maybe Tormenting Voice. His own Tormenting Voice. What's he got to discard? There's another Steamkin. I might just take his Steamkin. I think I will. How many cards do I have to... Alright, it's just X equals 2. So I'll still have a red mana open. So long, temporary Steamkin. And Electromancer. Eventually I'll draw something he can't just kill. I think I'll just go for an Opt here. I'll find like a Crackling Drake, I'll just jam that. Look at that! More 2-for-1s. So weird that this card is in my modern deck. But it is. Alright, seems like he wants to mid-range me out a little bit. Do I want Niv Mizzet here? He is doing Carnival Carnage things, but he probably, so just like taking cards from my hand will happen, but not specific cards from my hand. So he probably won't Thought Erasure my Niv Mizzets. I probably want Beacon Bolts. Trancing Melody seems decent. Electromancer didn't seem that good. Could just go full like mid-range and just play my Arclight Phoenixes and stuff. Just cut all the Electromancers to make his shocks bad. And be sort of controlling as well myself. I think I like Murmuring Mystic. So cut one Discovery as per usual. Don't think I want more Entrancing Melody, especially now that I've cut the Electromancers. Could cut this one and maybe we'll just be spicy and play a Disdainful Stroke. Cut the counter like his Siege Gang if he has one. Change my mind. Let's bring this Shivan Fire and more answers to his stuff. Maybe I should have run Disdainful Stroke. Seems like he's an Experimental Frenzy list. It says no removal. Does have double Phoenix. Try it. Let's lead with the island so that our Sulfur Falls come into play untapped. Oh, he's doing like mono red Phoenix things. I see. Well. And I guess his means of getting them out are the Steamkin, playing multiple red spells in a turn with the mana from his 2-drop guy. I would have never expected that, to be honest. I thought he was chain whirlering me and stuff like that. There's a shock. I think we'll go for a Discovery Dispersal here. We're just looking for a 4th land so we can Crackling Drake and start casting these things. And I think I'll take that island, bin the shock, and play a Sulfur Falls. Unless he has cast downs, it's going to be hard for him to kill a Crackling Drake at instant speed. Seems like it'll be hard for him to get Arclight Phoenix out without Steamkin out. Which I intend to shock as soon as he casts. The fact that no, he's gonna Carnage me? Okay. Discard a Radical Idea and an Arclight Phoenix. Value. I'm just gonna play a Crackling Drake here. More Arclight Phoenixes. We're doing it. If we get 1 land, we can get my Phoenixes back. Oh, he wants to do it all in 1 turn. Is he? Oh, he's gonna do it here. He's gonna get 1 Phoenix back. This is the sort of mono red cantrips version. There you go, buddy. You did it. Oh, I think it's the light of the stage, and there's a electrostatic field and a gutter snipe. Oh. I think I'm just gonna play my Phoenix. Trade Phoenixes next turn, like Shock, Lava Coil, land. Does Warlords mark a sorcery? Yes. Gutter Snag. Static Field. Kill my guy. It's kind of the worst case scenario for me. I need an opt. If I find opt here, I got some action. Shivan Fire. I think I lead with Chart a Course, try and find a land. Oof. Wait, I can still Shivan Fire and Shock. So I Shivan Fire, the Gutter Snipe. And I'll Shock the Arclight Phoenix. Now I'll have 2 Phoenixes. 3 Phoenixes. Well, I guess I just attack. So if my opponent goes 3 spells, 1, 2, 3, puts me to 5, then gets a Phoenix out, puts me to... Yeah, I think I just attack with all. If he has a second Phoenix and he then casts 3 spells, risk factor. Okay, he gets to draw. Okay, he might be able to get his Phoenix back here. He's got a lot more lands than I do. Oh. If he goes 1 mana cantrip, 1 mana cantrip, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lava Coil. That's only 2 spells, luckily. I needed a shock there. But I can Lava Coil both his electrostatic fields. I have to give him cards again. So if he risk factors away a Phoenix, that's a new risk factor. Well, you get cards again. Again, if he gets 2 Phoenixes out, I die. Pretty easy to imagine him doing that, given he has these Warlord's Furies and stuff, and he has multiple ways to discard a Phoenix if he's drawn one, and I've given him lots of cards to draw. But are we in Declare Attackers already? No, we're still in his main phase. Crash through. Lava Coil. Okay, he's gonna have a Phoenix back as a blocker. Oh, and he's killing both my dudes. 1 Phoenix back. So mine are both... Oh, wait. He's banking on me not finding a shock or getting my Phoenix back. I need a land or a 1 mana spell to kill him here? I think that's pretty easy to pull off. There's the land. Yeah. So just radical idea, radical idea. That was ballsy of him. I guess it's 2v1. That was a pretty sweet game, though. I'm really surprised I didn't die after letting him draw 6 cards, I think, with that spell there. You see some interesting deck lists in these constructed events. It's probably like if someone was trying to brew a new deck, you'd probably start with like the play lobby, like unranked play, just to try out some stuff, and then you'd probably go to constructed events, and then maybe you take them to ranked after that, if that's what your final goal was. yeah, we're seeing some sweet, interesting decks. Nachtfuchs. I know that means night in German. I don't know. I can't remember what Fuchs means. It's probably something rude. Oh, it's Fox. Okay, it's nothing rude at all. He's a night fox. Just looks close to a rude word in English. Yeah, we can keep. Be a while before this Phoenix comes out. More mountains. Didn't play this dude already, did I? Just leave the steam vents. You just played Teamer Niv versus the Izzet list. Sweet. I probably want to just kill this thing. Avoid taking any damage if I can. Oh, he's got nothing? This turn, it's either Tormenting Voice or Chart a Course. I guess I'll leave with Chart. Maybe he'll see that I have land, and I won't bother discarding the Phoenix. Nope, I'll definitely discard a Phoenix. Play the Mountain in case I need to shock, Gutter Snipe or something. Just Lightning Strike me. Alrighty. I think on my turn, I very well might just Crackling Drake. Sovereign's... Oh, he's like red-black bird. Okay, we gotta kill this sucker. Well, my friend Crackling Drake can do a fair amount of damage pretty quick. So I think I'll go for Crackling Drake, and next turn I should be able to do Electromancer and a Tormenting Voice shock and like kill him. Well, not kill him, but get 2 Phoenixes back out. Hopefully don't have to shock myself to do that. Tormenting Voice here. Didn't draw. I was kind of hoping to draw a land there, so I didn't have to shock myself. All Discovery. There's a land. Do I want this Lava Coil? Probably not. If my opponent had another 0-4, he probably would have cast it by now. So take the land. And we'll Dispersal again. Or Discovery again. Maybe we'll hit another Phoenix? Opt. Nah. Maximum damage. Okay, 13U. Your opponent mousing over your lands makes you laugh. You're thinking he's probably saying, "What is this nonsense?" with your tricolor deck. What you have to show me what list you ended up going with and how you finalized it. Whether you still have the reclamations or whether you did the gate thing or whatever. Oh, I like this. This is a good sign. Opponent shocking my Arclight Phoenix. Very good sign. So with this Radical Idea and a shock, I should be able to get that Phoenix back and have lethal again this turn. Get a Radical Idea, then Radical Idea, again, discarding this Phoenix. And then we'll shock him, or we'll Lava Coil my own thing. No, let's try to Chorus, that's good too. Burn. Straight up burn with Gutter Snipe and presumably the, the 0-4 wall and presumably Gutter Snipe as well. I think we want Negates and Spell Pierces. Ral seems worthless. Beacon Bolt can kill a 0-4, but so can Lava Coil. We don't know that he has... We don't know that he has Gutter Snipe at all. He might just have the 0-4. So maybe we actually cut the shocks. We can Entrancing Melody the wall, but that's like whatever. I think maximum damage and some counter spells to interact with his burn. We'll get punished a little bit by cutting the shocks if he has Gutter Snipes. But it's possible he doesn't have any of those. And we have no targets. If you are going to play, like, one of the ways to build a neat burn deck is to make a lot of your opponent's cards dead by playing almost no creatures, or playing creatures that don't die to anything but Lava Coil. So we have to mold this hand, sadly. Yeah, we'll keep this. Sure. Uh-oh. Creatures. Punished for my sideboarding. I saw no creatures in the previous game. Oh, it's an 0-4. I have to assume my Electromancer's gonna die. Well, I guess I like that. Does Electromancer get killed? Yes. Yes, it does. I might have to play Arclight Phoenix on 4 mana instead of get it out through my graveyard. I think this turn I can Tormenting Voice away a Radical Idea. Here's Beacon Bolt. Alright, we're just gonna start playing defensive Phoenixes until we can turn the corner and kill him. Might already be too late by the time I play that, though. Take 2, go to 9. Three Phoenixes? Play my Phoenix. Cast down. Electrostatic Field. And Sovereign's Fight. Yikes. At 5. I'm basically dead here, I think. K2 Lava Runner got in a lot of free damage because I didn't have shocks. Do I want... I'm still not sure I want shocks, though. Maybe I'll drop Spell Pierce for the Shivan Fire. Oh, Entrancing Melody's been in the deck this whole time? Okay, get back in Spell Pierce. Didn't want Entrancing Melody. Shivan Fire is a shock that can still kill an 0/4, which is the card I actually need to kill, I think. Alright, we'll look at your deck after this game. I don't know if I like this song. Lost in the Misty Woods. It's from Ori and the Blind Forest. Play first. There's an Electromancer. And then a lot of Drakes. I think we keep this thing. Please live, please live, please live, please live. Probably not gonna live. Probably gonna die. Maybe he plays the 0/4 and then tries to bolt it next turn. Okay, it's alive. That means I can negate to protect it now, or Spell Pierce it. I'm gonna go for Chart a Course. I'm gonna get a land. 2 lands. Alright, I could probably discard a Crackling Drake. Play a land. Try and shock it. Resolve the electrostatic trigger. And I'll negate the shock. And I'll try to Wizard's Lightning. What, me? Creature? Wait, who's he targeting with that? Let's let the static field resolve. Who's he targeting? He's targeting me? I'll pierce this Wizard's Lightning. I actually think I'll just block Gitu Lever. Now that I've used up all my spells. I'll just play an Arclight Phoenix and start attacking him. Hey, Owl's Ring, have I played Standard Izzet Drakes before this? I have, yes. I didn't actually like it very much. But I'm playing a Phoenix deck, Izzet Phoenix deck in Modern right now. I've been practicing for the Magic Fest that's coming up, and I like it a little bit more. How do the two compare? I would say Phoenix deck is more fun, if that makes if that's of any consequence to you. Electrostatic or Life of Stage and Electrostatic Field are a match made in heaven. That also a match made in heaven. I need one more spell for this Beacon Bolt to do something against this electrostatic field. I think it's possible that the Phoenix deck is better against Sultai. I'm just gonna block this Lava Runner, I think. Just need a red mana for Crackling Drake, or any spell in my graveyard for Beacon Bolt on this thing. Okay, there's Radical Idea is a spell, and there's a red mana. Okay, doing all of it. Kill this thing. Next turn, Crackling Drake. Okay, I think we can win. Opponent's got one card in hand where it's 16. You're thinking about making it, probably gonna check it out now. Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. Have you been playing the standard Drakes list? I've never really enjoyed it myself, but this one I seem to have a lot more fun. Mostly because I'm doing things. I feel like with the other Drakes list, I'm just like, don't do things and then I die. I play a 3/4, or I play a Drake on 3 and then they kill me and I die. I think I'm gonna leave this land in my hand because I have 2 Jumpstart cards I might be interested in casting. You're on Drake's, but you switched to Rakdos. I'm assuming the Rakdos mid-range list with all the treasure maps and that kind of stuff.
You will watch me.
Well, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the stream so far. Rakdos got you from gold to diamond in like 2 days. No treasure maps, but still playing mid-range. Okay, sweet. I don't have a Phoenix in my graveyard. I have one in exile. I think I'm just going to Tormenting Voice away this island just to draw some cards and see what we see. We see crappy lands. My opponent for 6. He has, he showed me Cast Down. Most of what I can do from here is like a sorcery. I'm probably gonna Radical Idea at some point. I guess I'll do it now. Does this one run Enigma Drake? No, it does not. It has 4 Crackling Drake. Let's go. I guess I didn't really change the count. It has Crackling Drake, 4 of, 4 Goblin Electromancers, and 4 Phoenixes, and that's it. And a Rel. Is it Viceroy that's the main deck? And then it's got some Niv Mizzets on the sideboard. Excuse me, but no Enigma Drakes of any kind. It's doing the Phoenix thing. Sovereign's Bite. This is exactly LSV's list, yes, from the top 8 of the Mythic Championship. Haven't made any changes yet. Light of the stage, please don't draw good things. Those are good things. Lava Coil, Cast Down, those are good things. Which one is he going to use? He's going to wait and cast it down? And he wants to use Lava Coil on my Phoenix instead? That's probably smart. I could just use more Crackling Drakes. Or he's worried about me having dive down? Ah, yeah, dive down. Ah, yeah, I'll just opt. An Electromancer. Yeah, he's something. Guess I'll opt first in case I find a Drake. Bottom of the Blood Crypt. Guess I'll opt again. I don't think I want a second Beacon Bolt when I already have 2 removal spells that aren't doing anything. I just need another threat. No! What's an ideal keep for this list? Like the perfect opening hand? It's probably Goblin Electromancer, 2 lands, probably like a Steam Vents and a Sulphur Falls, and then 2 Charter Course, and like a Shock with and a Phoenix with another 2 Phoenixes on top of your library. So he killed my dude, and now he's burning me. Yeah, we're just gonna, if we don't draw another threat to try and kill him with, we'll just die. I guess I'll just Radical Idea right now, discard this island. In case I find like an Electromancer. There's a Drake. Okay, Drake is like almost lethal by himself. Played a guy yesterday on this deck who kept 6 lands on a chart. That's a little loose if you ask me. We'll go for the Drake first. I need to rest the chart. Oh jeez. That's a good way to do things. LSV famously has kept a pretty loose hand. I took a picture of it actually. It was at a Grand Prix, I want to say in Pittsburgh. And he kept 6 lands, Squadron Hawk against what turned out to be a Phoenix deck. Or sorry, it turned out to be a Pyromancer Ascension deck. Okay, we're at 4. Is he gonna kill my Crackling Drake too? One. And I'm dead. Man. Just strictly burned. It's a tricky deck to sideboard against. And he had just enough removal. Like, I think that was pretty good against me because I'm relatively threat light. His like few removal spells were enough to keep me off my threat. And then he just drew enough burn to kill me. Plus in game 2, like after I cut all the shocks, and then he just happened to have a G2 lever runner, that was tricky. You want Reliquary Tower in your deck? I would not put Reliquary Tower in a Niv Mizzet deck. I will just accept discarding cards. This I don't think I can keep. I'll basically keep any hand with that can cast an like Goblin Electromancer, but I can't keep a single mountain hand. Oof. I think I keep this rather than go to 5, but it's not good. We have to put any lands we find on the bottom. Beacon Bolt. I don't think we can keep you, my friend. I think this Arclight Phoenix is going to have to get hardcast, which means his hand's not going to do much. And Hallowed Fountain? I think I'm just going to shock myself. We'll opt once we know what our opponent's on. He could still be on like White Weenie. Nope, it's control. Top the opt. I should play just Sulphur Falls there. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. Potentially. I think we're just gonna be casting this Phoenix from our hand. If he doesn't have black mana, then things might be a little bit easier. Drawing a Lavco there is not good. So I think what I'm gonna do is end of turn, Radical Idea away this Lava Coil. Oh, he's Jeskai control. Okay. We're just gonna use our Radical Ideas in a fairish way. Jeskai control is probably not great for me because it probably means he has more ways to exile these Phoenixes. I'll play a Sulphur Falls here and play the Phoenix. If he has Syncopate to exile it, I'll be bummed out. If he has Seal Away or Settle the Wreckage to exile it, I'll be bummed out. Not much I can really do except attack, however. If I don't attack, you can just Chemist's Insight, end of turn. Warrant. Oh, that could be much worse. I'd almost prefer he do that than actually cast the Warden mode.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I could have stopped him out, keep to like opt away the Arclight Phoenix. I don't think I want to do that though. I'm gonna start with an opt. Shock is interesting-ish. I could try and kill Teferi here if everything worked. Let's try it. Play Chart of Course. Discard the Phoenix. And we'll shock Teferi.
Want me to phase you out of time?
If he has another Warrant Warden, he gets to stop Arclight. Or just a cast down or something? Depose, tap it. Ah, okay, that's pretty good.
No time for a break.
How's he doing on Ascanta? It's getting there. I think we're gonna try the Electromancer's end of things. If he counters that, that means Crackling Drake resolves, which is fine. Won't be able to kill Teferi this turn or anything, but at least my 2-for-1 resolves. Alright. What are this deck's weak matchups? I would say a white-blue control deck, such as this one, perhaps? Although this one seems to have a lot less exile effects than what like a black deck could deploy. I'm gonna chart a course here. Oh, Ral is so amazing. Don't think I want to play him in open mana though. So I'll wait till next turn to go for him. I don't think I want more shocks. Actually, I could shock Sphinx here. That's something. If he counters one of the shocks, then if he counters like the first shock, then I shock Tezzeret. Okay. Because now I'm getting 2 Phoenixes back from my graveyard. I'll shock Tezzeret with the other shock. Both Phoenixes will attack.
That didn't pan out.
That didn't pan out like that. Is the only Teferi kill option a creature or a shock? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Kill Teferi. Don't think I want to trade Crackling Drake for this guy. I'm going to try and kill his guy with Ral next turn. He's used 2 absorbs. So hopefully that's those down.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
I think it was worth it. What I could have done, did I have to shock Teferi right away? I think I had to. Or did I opt as well that turn? Maybe I could have saved that shock and maybe used it on his Sphinx. Another Teferi. Oh, in order to kill... Yeah, the only way to kill Planeswalker would be with creature damage or shocks, yes. Alright. This turn, I should be able to resolve Ral. Minus Ral on the... Yeah, okay. Play Ral. Minus Ral on the
Let's see what you got.
Sphinx and kills it. I think I'm just gonna play Island and chart a course
Really
second main phase. Just to draw some cards. So I have a Planeswalker. See if he has Conclave Tribunal or Ixalan's Binding or anything like that. He could have more Depose deploys to threaten my Ral at some point. Could have more Warrant Wardens. Could lead with plus.
The search for the unknown.
Guess I'll take the Electromancer.
That's real science.
I think I'll just... He knows about my Crackling Drake. I think I'll just play the Arclight. And attack with both. If he has Settle the Wreckage, so be it. Yeah. That's kind of a bummer. Let's get some islands. And play my Electromancer. So I've got a Planeswalker, he's got Ascanta. He's used 2 of his absorbs. Hopefully he doesn't have Ixalan's Binding for Ral. That's the card I'm most worried about. There's another Teferi. Is he gonna bounce Ral? No.
You sure we need to move quickly?
I think I'm just gonna opt here. Ugh, Lava Coil. He does have Sphinx at least. He has some targets for Lava Coil. Ooh, 2 Lava Coils in a row is brutal. There's an Arclight
Time to
Phoenix.
choose.
1 goes in my graveyard. We can take Radical Idea. We can play Radical Idea. Can we play Radical Idea? Ugh, we can... I think we'll go for a Crackling Drake. And we're gonna Lava Coil our own Goblin Electromancer? That seems terrible. We just won't get the Phoenix back this turn. Oh well. I don't think I want to play a second Crackling Drake. And although he showed me Deafening Clarion and Settle the Wreckage, it's possible he doesn't have the ability to kill a Crackling Drake unless it attacks. Kill multiple Crackling Drakes unless they attack.
Don't make another move.
Niv Mizzet, eh? I can just minus Ral on Niv Mizzet. So if he... He's gonna kill 1 of my Drakes. Please don't hurt Ral.
Keep up the pace.
Oh, he's gonna hurt Ral. A little bit. Alright, never mind. Ral lives. Okay, it's not bad. I could use Dispersal to make him bounce his Teferi and then discard a card. But I don't know what purpose that will serve. But it's probably better than just... If he had only Teferi in hand and had no ability to use Nescanta or something, that'd be interesting. I think we'll just Discovery here. Ugh. Play an Electromancer. Play Discovery. Well, we can get back our Phoenix. Oh, Entrancing Melody is kind of cute. Keep our Lava Coil because he's shown me Sphinx. Alright. Oh, we have 2 Phoenixes. I thought we only had 1 in the graveyard at this point. Get eaten by another Settle Wreckage. But I'm gonna, if I can try and kill Teferi, I'm gonna take it. Oh, nice, we got the Teferi kill. Well, that's awesome.
How it was meant to happen.
How many cards are in his library? 28. How many Teferis have we dealt with? 1, 2, 3. And he has 1 Niv Mizzet remaining. Or he has 1 Niv Mizzet. It's possible we'll deal with all my opponent's threats. Another Niv Mizzet makes me scared, because it will probably kill my... Basically has to kill my Ral. I don't see any way that Ral would survive through another Niv Mizzet. He's used 2 Absorbs. Yeah, but there's also Depose Deploy is another threat. against my Ral. Oof! Oh no! Does explosion me? That's not a good sign. That's a terrible sign. Another one of those and I die. Oh, a plus.
The search for the unknown.
Don't think I want
That's real science.
that beacon bolt. These are the only phoenixes we have, so I think we need to kill my opponent real fast, unless he has just in case he has another one. There's 2 crackling drakes in my graveyard already. Guess we'll look for one. There's one. I guess I'll keep this tormenting voice around. Alright, we're gonna hit him for 9 or 8. And hope he can't deal 3 more damage to me. Forgotten Dog is trying out a wacky tobacky Niv Mizzet list of some kind. Opponent's got 7 cards in hand. No, he just has more explosions. Bummer. Alright, I think we can beat this guy. Bring the Disdainful, bring the Negates. Don't want the Lava Coils. Don't really want the Beacon Bolts. Trancing Melody is kind of cute because of some of what he's got going on. My own Niv Mizzet seems good, and Sorcerer's Spyglass seems good. My Rals are an answer to an opposing Niv Mizzet. Don't think I want Shocks. Trancing Melody taking a Warden Sphinx is kind of cute. And Entrancing Melody taking my opponent's Niv Mizzet is absurdly awesome. I think I want Spell Pierce as well. So maybe I just go with this. And use Ral as my only answer to creatures. Yeah, I guess so. I could put my opponent on the play. Nah. These 2 in my opening hand. Not great. I do opt to try and find my next land and Radical Idea to cantrip and get me there. I think I'll keep. Just looking for lands here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I think that was keepable. Now we get to discard a Drake. Or Phoenix, I should say. There we go. So I'm just going to use Radical Idea on my opponent's end step. See if he wants to counter this. There's Sorcerer's Spyglass. I don't think I want to play the Sorcerer's Spyglass and open mana. It's possible that he goes for Teferi next turn and then I could turn off Teferi after the fact. So I think I go for Chart of Course here and again try to hit lands. Here's my mountain. I think I'll discard This Electromancer. Just play an island here. I should play the mountain. Just a fairy.
I know. You know what? I'm not done.
So he would need like actual negate to stop this. Does he have actual negate? I think I do it right now. Please don't negate it. Does not have negate. He's got Shalai, Deafening Clarion, Banefire, Justice Strike, Sell the Wreckage, Justice Strike. Okay. Alright, no more Tefaring for you. And we need land, because this Shalai is going to be an issue, so we're just going to discovery, look for a land. And actually we can Ral Izzet Viceroy next turn if he goes for that. Let's do this. And how many spells in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll put this Radical Idea in my graveyard so that if my opponent goes for Shalai, we can just play Ral and kill Shalai. I guess the discovery itself was also going to the graveyard, so maybe we didn't need to bin that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if my opponent doesn't play Shalai, okay, he plays Shalai, I'm going to play Ral to kill Shalai, and then Ral will die to Banefire, but that's life. I have very few answers to creatures, and Ral is one of them.
Every problem has a solution.
So then I'll probably start playing Crackling Drakes, trying to get my opponent... Oh, Explosion.
I
That's...
should really get back to the lab.
Regardless, I'll start playing Crackling Drakes, I think, to try and get my opponent to use some of these Justice Strikes. And I can't even cast Niv Mizzet anyway. Shock myself. Justice Strike. 1 down. How am I doing for Drakes or Phoenixes? I got 1 in my graveyard. I would like to not have them both settled. I guess I can go for Electromancer, Radical Idea, and Arclight. Is he going to counter my Radical Idea? It's going to syncopate it for 3. I'm just going to pay for the syncopate, draw my card, and then try and bring back the Phoenixes next turn. There's Mountain. I'll discard that Mountain to this Radical Idea next turn. Let's see. He still has Settle the Wreckage mana. Nope, not anymore. Well, he still has this Justice Strike to kill Niv Mizzet. I think I'll get a hit in with my guys. I guess I could do this. Didn't need to play the Electromancer because he could just Deafening Clarion on me. Do I want Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce is pretty cute. I might be able to get him on his Settle the Wreckage at some point. I don't want to discard that mountain, though. Because I need triple mountain for Niv Mizzet. Didn't think about that, did I? Guess I'll get rid of the second Electromancer. Decent chance that he just Deafening Clarions me away. Another Sorcerer's Spyglass. Oh, okay. So there's a second Justress strike down. Really strange that he used that there. Is he trying to keep Teferi alive? I wasn't going to kill it, Teferi. Play this mountain because I want to play Niv Mizzet next turn now that two Justice strikes are down. Attack him. I think I'll play a Crackling Drake here. Once he plays this Banefire, I'll go off from there. He has no particular reason to play the Banefire, especially now that he's cleansing Novaing me. Alright. Oh, he's killing all artifacts and enchantments. Okay, well I get to replay a Sorcerer's Spyglass.
Hold that thought.
This will actually work out pretty good. My opponent's gonna think he can settle my wreckage. Can I kill him here? Oh wait, not with those lands untapped. Never mind. Well, I know his entire hand. Can play a Niv Mizzet. Don't add Rhythm of the Wilds. I'm just going to turn off Teferi with Sorcerer's Spyglass. This Spell Pierce is not going to work out, I have a feeling. Let's attack him with the Crackling Drake. I have too many creatures in play right now. Yeah, this is Settle. There's a backup Crackling Drake at least. Alright, second main, Spyglass Teferi again. Yes, we know that. Now he Banefires. I think I'm just going to cast the Spell Pierce while Niv Mizzet is out just to draw an additional card. If I Spell Pierce this, make him pay 2 more, then he won't be able to Banefire. He won't be able to Banefire me this turn. If he pays for this. Won't be able to Banefire Niv-Mizzet this turn, guys. So he's paying. Alright, Niv-Mizzet's surviving another turn. He might change his mind, though. Oh, that's not true. He can just Banefire Niv-Mizzet now for less damage. Oh well, I wanted to draw the additional card while Niv-Mizzet was alive. There's a Ral. Let's play Ral. We can play Ral and Crackling Drake. This is game 2. I have to win another one of these games? Take the negate.
Weight is killing me.
Play Crackling Drake, call up negate. Next turn we should be able to kill him. Because we can negate the settle. Second negate would be perfect
Choose
here.
wisely, because the other one's
Take the
going
other
bye-bye.
Crackling Drake. Let's chart a course. It's gonna negate my chart a course. That is fine. Now I know he's dead. Actually, that's not entirely true. He still has Chemist's Insight. Discard Steam Vents. Oh, now there's a radical idea as well. Do I have any... I do have a Phoenix in my graveyard right now. So I guess I'll go Radical Idea again, discard Phoenix. Oh, double negate? Perfect. So I can negate, settle, and then negate it again if he Chemist's Insights into negate. Whew. Banefire. Banefire. It's got Settle the Wreckage and like a whole bunch of stuff. It's got his own Niv-Mizzets. My Rals were great. Sorcerer's Spyglass is good. I think I want Murmuring Mystic. It's got plenty of ways to kill a lot of creatures. Let's jam. Gotta mull this hand. Gross. I'll keep this. I guess we'll top. Basically looking to negate a Teferi. I think I'm actually going to... I could go the Tormenting Voice right now, just in case. I don't think he's going to have Spell Pierce in. And I don't think there's anything on 3 I need to counter. And I really want this Tormenting Voice to resolve, so I guess I'll just try that right now. Yeah, that works. Next turn I can go for an Electromancer, still hold up some spells. Again, not too worried if he kills it. He wants to Chemisters inside me. Probably means he doesn't have any more lands. Can't settle me here. So I guess I'll try and get some Phoenixes going. Oh man. Make that a lot of Phoenixes. Ooh. Have I played my land yet? Yes, I have. I'm not going to have Negate available. For next turn. Right? I've played my land, yeah. I think I'll go for a Discovery. Assuming all these Phoenixes are... Something's gonna happen, I'll get... This stuff's gonna die, I'll have to rebuild next turn. But I'll hit him for 11. Does he have... Oh, this could be game right now. Start with a Chart, of course. Nice. That was very lucky. He didn't have Deafening Clarion. Basically, is what I was expecting to happen there. I was expecting to have to rebuild. Phew. I think we'll probably shut the stream down after this match. Well, see how we do here. Let's go out on a high. I'm gonna keep it, but these coils could either be exactly what I want or just about terrible. Ooh, they're terrible. Crap. Thanks, All's Ring, for stopping by. I stream every weekday around this time, and I'll be playing all kinds of different decks. But yeah, I think this deck is kind of sweet. If you have lots of extra wild cards in Magic Arena, go ahead and feel free to build it. Polites, I managed to pull it out. Managed to punk him out pretty early. I got triple Phoenix out on turn 4, and then he untapped, shocked one of them, and conceded. So he didn't have the Deafening Clarion or the removal spell, and I had to negate if he had Settle the Wreckage. How am I going to shock myself? Probably with Steam Fence. Rather than the Blood Pool. We're up against the Gate deck here, and I have a whole bunch of Lava Coils, which are just about worthless. If he plays an untapped land and goes for the Ram, and I can actually use these Lava Coils here, that'd be sweet. He didn't do that, we're dead. I guess I'll just do a Radical Idea here. And... I guess I'll just play a Steam Vents here. Hit him for 2. He hasn't played Guild Summit yet. He might do that this turn. Do they normally play Golgari Guild Gate in the Gates deck? They don't have any black cards. Yeah, there's a Guild Summit. I can't do anything about that. So that's 4 gates. So Crackling Drake would die to a Gates Ablaze if he has it. We have no spells in our graveyard? Oh, we have 1 Radical Idea. If he doesn't have Gates Ablaze here, and my Crackling Drake survives... Ooh, he's going deep. I don't think we can 16 him, unless we go ham with Crackling Drakes. Or, sorry, ham with Phoenixes here. Yeah, shocks aren't what I need. Start with the Discovery. I think I'll bottom the Opt, but I'll draw the Chart of Course. I'll graveyard the Opt, draw the Chart of Course. There's a Phoenix. Going to Radical Idea. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll Tormenting Voice. The Bolt, the Lava Coil away. We'll, if we shock, that's 4, put him to 12, and hit him for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8. Wait, plus the Phoenix. I think we have him actually. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Holy smokes. Oh, we pulled it out? Oh my gosh. Wow. Stole that one. This deck's sweet. Okay, let's bring in the Spell Pierce, the Gates. Cut the well, the shocks were interesting there, weren't they? But I think they're bad still. Cut the Lava Coils. Cut the Entrancing Melody, I think. I think I like Ral. I don't know what my opponent's playing black mana for. I think I like Disdainful Stroke. There's like a few battles to be won. There's Guild Summit. I don't think I want shocks. There's the Guild Summit War. There's the Ram Battle. And there's the Phoenix, or the Gate Colossus. I should probably, you know what I'm going to do is, tomorrow we're going to play a Gate deck. We're going to play the Gate deck that went, got 6 plus wins at the Pro Tour, Mythic Championship. And we're going to wrap our heads around the Gate deck, because every time I've struggled, but just about every deck I've struggled sideboarding against it. I'm going to rock some Gates tomorrow. Even though I think this deck is great. But I think we're at a point now where there's enough interesting decks, so we could probably play a different deck every day. Maybe put some videos up on YouTube, have some fun times. This hand has no ability to get these Phoenixes into the graveyard. Has one Opt, and then like Ral, Trancing Melody, Disdainful Stroke, and like no lands. I think we have to hold this in. See, this hand, this hand's interesting. I think I'll keep it. And man, if we hit like some Chart of Course action, we're laughing. Oh ho ho! That's a good way to start. Man, if we hit Chart of Course after this, that's negate. Ooh, could have. Well, I could not. He doesn't have blue mana technically yet. Yeah, he has no mana. Okay. We're gonna try and do some things here. We need a land in order to do things. This sees the most cards. There's a land. Oh, and wish I could draw both. I guess we'll go for the land and draw the Chart of Course next turn. I think what I'm actually going to do is just play the land, and next turn go Chart of Course, Opt, and so on. We'll try and Spell Pierce something here. Wow, that's no fun. I was gonna put the Phoenixes into play. Oh well, I'll take the win. A win's a win. Well, that's pretty sweet. That was a very interesting draw, that one. Could have had triple Phoenix out if things went exactly perfect. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, I think. Just a slightly shorter stream. Let's go ahead and crack our prizing. Marwyn the Nurturer. And an Assassin's Trophy. These cards are very expensive in paper, as it turns out. Knight of Grace. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and windmill slam the subscribe button above to see more like it in the future. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me streaming Magic Arena every weekday morning at twitch.tv/BlinkyMTG. Hope to see you there.